Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to have myself a cocktail here. And we're going to ask the question, when is a file for a video, a sound file for a video, destroyed? That almost got away from me. These things are tiny. This is a Claffey's frozen cocktail here. Ice blue. And I'm going to taste it first. So before I get into that, let me remind you that for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. I'm giving you an opportunity to do something great for the world. This is supposed to be had frozen, but meh. Bitter blueberry. Things are too small. I'm a food blogger, which is why I consume things, in this case an alcohol, in these videos. Because I purchase things for the sake of review, and they don't often get reviewed, or they get reviewed, but it's like this, 7-Up Shirley Temple. I've reviewed it, now I have it, and, how do I consume it in such a manner as to not get too many calories out of it and get the most out of my dollar? So I incorporated them into these videos in order to give people a, in order to push me off kilter. So I'm focusing on two things, the drink and what I'm talking about. Now, look, I make, for this channel, in fact, I make YouTube shorts, of course. Blueberry Shirley Temples are good. And as I make these YouTube shorts, there are certain things that cause ambient noise. If I bump the desk, if my cats are eating their dinner. I have 2 cats that have chosen to live on my desk. I don't know why. I can't get them not to live on my desk, but one of them has a health problem. I have to feed her special food in order for her to be, healthy and safe and such. So I don't have a lot of options here, It's like, all right, you've got to make sure that this particular cat has her food and that eating makes noise, that sound, which would get picked up by my microphone on my work desk. And I just recorded a video, and the sound was perfect except for the fact that one of the cats jumped on the desk, and you could hear it. Now, often if there's only one defect like that, I will keep the video, particularly if it's at the end, because most people don't even stay to the end. I'm trying to reduce that. And what I should do what I should have done, actually, was just say whatever it is was damaged by that interference again, and then snip the part that's damaged out and have a video. No one would be able to tell. Problem with that, of course, is that, for one thing, if you keep doing that, it takes a lot of time. But there was one video, I think the record is like 15 times, I start the video and something happens that disrupts the video, and then I've got to throw that out. And it's like, on the one hand, if I cared so much, I would buy a microphone, all right? And, buying a microphone would give me better audio. The problem with that is that, This channel is not monetized. Most of my channels, at least as I film this, are not monetized. I'm working very hard to reach that monetization, but quite frankly, you know, getting there is a lot harder than you think. I actually got a notification from YouTube on this channel that I had 3,000 watch hours. And I was like, well, cool. 3,000 watch hours plus my subscriber count. As I film this, it's a little low. It's about 650. Gives me the opportunity to start channel memberships. Starting channel memberships means that, you know, I can start making some kind of money. On my biggest channel, Random Street Theater, I have a lot of content that is members first. And, you know, that members first content, of course, means that only members can see it. So there actually have been 2 people that were like, hey, it's only $1 a month. Why don't I throw this guy $1, you know? I mean, it's only like $60 a year now, or no, not 60. It's only $24 a year now, but why am I? Anyway, it's only $24 a year now that I'm making off of this channel membership thing, but it's $24 that I didn't have. So I go into my monetization tab. I think it's called earnings in the YouTube thing, and it's like, okay, how many hours do I have? Just over 1,000. They don't count all of your watch hours. The criteria, I believe, is exclusively, you know, it has to be long-form videos, all right? And I think that there's also, like, anomalies where it's like if they say, hey, this looks like it's not organic, then they don't count it. So, I mean, it's like, look, I can go out there and I can hire a company to give me 20,000 views on this channel, right? And it's like with 20,000 views, you would assume you'd get a lot of watch hours. Well, you don't, for one. And then YouTube doesn't count those watch hours because they say they're not organic. Now, I can go on to Fiverr and I can find a company that they say, oh, we'll monetize your channel, you know, like $200 or something like that. We'll monetize your channel. But the problem with that is that once you monetize the channel, you don't make enough money to pay that back. And then, you know, there is the possibility that YouTube could turn around and say, no, this wasn't organic. We're taking your monetization away. So that's just one of those things that you want to make money. Abiding by YouTube's rules means that it's harder to make money, but hopefully when you get there, it's better. I mean, I could tell you with my main channel, yeah, I went out there and I paid companies to do things. They said, no, you're going to get real subscribers and real watch hours, and it's all organic. And then YouTube said, no, it isn't. And I still do not get, I mean, the amount of traffic this channel sees and the amount of traffic that channel sees, despite a more than 6,000 subscriber difference, is really small. And sometimes this channel does better than that channel. So you really have to start asking yourself, was all that money worth it? And the answer is no. For one, I didn't make the money back. And for two, the channel isn't healthy. It's really struggling. So, I mean, yeah, you know, there are times I get 800 views. With 7,000 subscribers, okay, you should really see, I mean, you should basically see about 10% of your subscribers viewing your content, right? That's like Jeremy Johns, you know, he's the most successful film critic on YouTube. So that means that if I have 7,000 subscribers and I don't see 700 views, something is wrong. All right? And there are videos where I see, 800-900 views, not video shorts. Those don't count. Okay? But, full-on, full-length videos where I'm seeing those numbers, but that's not the average. So I have to conclude that all that money was wasted and I really didn't get, it's like if I could remove all the bots, well, that would mean that I would not have bought as many of these bracelets, but it would also mean that, I would know how many real subscribers I have, and I would be seeing what I should be seeing in terms of numbers. The YouTube Shorts program has really breathed some kind of a life back into YouTube, but it's still a very weak life. I, as a YouTube creator, there's just such a pressure to constantly be pounding out material. And that's one of those things, is that when you're making a YouTube short, on the one hand, it's like, okay, the quality of this short is not as important as getting it posted. It's just not. Yes, quality of shorts might mean that you'll get more subscribers, but the content of the short is what gets you the views. So it's like, this particular short was somebody's birthday. It's as important as that birthday is to people. I have other shorts that are of varying importance, but yeah, this is just one of those things. Anyway, thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm Richard. Danger Ducky says, it is now time for you to comment, like, and subscribe, and support this channel so we can do things like save the world by removing trash from the ocean, planting trees, and feeding orphans. Danger Ducky approves.